And so that's what we're seeking to do, which is to develop a series of candidates that elicit those pro-social responses and enable people to potentially recover more effectively and more rapidly.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Sylbonis Therapeutics CEO Anthony Tennyson. Anthony, very good to speak with you. Can you remind us what SVN SDN14 is targeted at and how it fits into your broader pipeline?
Yep, happy to, Stephen, and it's good to talk to you and your audience today. So our SVN SDN14 program is a program that we are developing in which we are seeking to develop a new class of medicines to treat trauma-related mental health disorders, such as post-traumatic stress disorder. That's a condition that affects 13 million people in the United States, and we estimate affects 20 million people across the US, UK, and main EU economies. It's a condition for which there are no licensed medicines. So what that means for us is there's a large addressable market, a significant unmet medical need, and therefore a material commercial opportunity for us to innovate new medicines in and really to provide hope for the individuals who are suffering from PTSD and for whom there are currently no licensed treatments. Stephen, where that fits into our pipeline is we have a very clear dual R&D strategy. Firstly, we are for our lead programs 001 and 002, we're repurposing already approved medicines, which de-risks, reduces cost and reduces time to commercialization opportunities. But we are also developing a new classes of medicines for other mental health disorders and addictions, which provide significant pipeline depth to us over the medium to long term.
You've just announced positive preclinical results, Anthony. What does identifying 3 high-performing candidates mean for the program's trajectory?
What that means for the program's trajectory is it provides us with optionality and it provides us with depth. We have completed the first stage of this preclinical research. We've identified 3 candidates which provided or produced robust serotonin, dopamine, and noradrenaline receptor modulation results at this stage. And we're now progressing those 3 forward into the next stage of research. And as I said, what that provides us with is optionality and depth to ensure we're in time able to select the lead candidate that provides us with the highest probability of success and therefore the greatest potential commercial return.
How do these triple modulating compounds differ from current PTSD treatments, Anthony? And what therapeutic advantages are you aiming for?
Great question. And you've hit the nail on the head there. There are no licensed current treatments for PTSD. PTSD, as I said earlier, affects 13 million people in the United States, and we estimate affects 20 million people across the United States, the United Kingdom, and the main EU economies. And Stephen, there are no medicines specifically licensed in those territories for the treatment of post-traumatic stress disorder, which means there are 20 million people without a viable treatment. Currently, SSRIs or antidepressants and talk-based therapy are used as the treatment options for PTSD, and they are not always, or in many cases, ever successful. So what we understand and what is the science now leads us to believe is that modulating the serotonin, dopamine, and noradrenaline receptors within the brain elicits something called pro-social responses, which enables people to more effectively, or patients to potentially more effectively engage in therapy and enable them to recover in a much more efficient and rapid manner. And so that's what we're seeking to do, which is to develop a series of candidates that elicit those pro-social responses and enable people to potentially recover more effectively and more rapidly.
So what are the next steps then?
The next steps, Stephen, are we're going to progress into in vivo studies, and we look forward to keeping you, the audience, and our investors and the markets updated as we progress.
Well, look forward to that, Anthony. Thank you very much for taking the time today.
Stephen, it's been a pleasure as always. Thank you.
Pleasure. Anthony Tennyson, CEO of Sylbonis Therapeutics.